It's time for the Texas Bucket List Bite of the Week, and this week we're going back to burgers in Huntsville at a place that's been around since 1959, Mr. Hamburger. Huntsville has the distinction of having a serious connection to Sam Houston, but it's also home to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and one of the most famous prisons in the entire state, the Walls Unit. Built in 1849, this is where death sentences are carried out and the last stop for prisoners who have paid their debt to society. One of the first stops for those smelling freedom for the first time, a burger joint that's been across the block from the cell block for a long while.
If they've done their time, justice has been served, you're just hoping for nothing but the best for them.
John Matthews was born and raised in Huntsville, and he owns the restaurant. That's a big hit with the recently released.
Being this close to the Walls Unit, it was always a place where the releasees, as soon as they got out of prison, this was literally their first taste of freedom.
John used to build homes, but one day he had the calling to reopen the old hamburger joint that had been a part of Huntsville from 1959 to 2005.
What can I do that I know is going to work? And what hit me at the same time is, what does Huntsville need? And Huntsville needed to have Mr. Hamburger back.
In 2011, Mr. Hamburger opened back up, just a few blocks from its original location, but still inside of the Walls Unit.
We could have moved out on the interstate and probably had a lot better business, but it was important to us to open it on the side of town where we knew Mr. Hamburger was, so it had that local flavor.
That local flavor includes a menu of menacingly named burgers.
The #1 most popular burger, not just with the locals, but also with inmates that just recently got let out, is they want a killer burger.
An Old Sparky, how does that do?
Yeah, so a new burger we introduced when we reopened in 2011 was the Old Sparky. Of course, its namesake was the old electric chair. We decided that we were going to take a fresh hamburger patty, we were going to batter it, and we were going to deep fry it like it was a chicken fried steak.
Well, that's an open and shut case. The Old Sparky it is.
Old Sparky, at what point do we add in the electricity?
That will come towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
General Manager Max Rollo got things heated up in the kitchen. That's got a great view of the free world.
Max, you have got the most amazing view I've ever seen at a grill.
It's pretty great, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, you see the prison, but you get to see outside while you cook.
Yeah.
Normally you're facing a wall.
Big blank wall.
A 1/3 pound certified Angus beef patty gets seasoned and faces the music on the grill, while we get to work on a special worth doing time for, some Mexican street fries.
Beautiful. Making it rain. Making it rain potatoes.
After frying up some freshly cut potatoes, Max throws the book at them by adding garlic aioli, sour cream, cotija cheese, cilantro, chili powder, and lime.
All it's missing is the corn.
Yeah.
That garlic mayo and that chili, that lime, that cilantro. Ooh. All right, Max, I could do this all day. We better go cook a burger.
All right, let's do it.
Once the burger is cooked, it is battered with shake mix.
I have never seen a cooked hamburger get battered.
It's our thing.
Time to flip the switch and fry it up.
Wow, so that's what a deep fried burger looks like.
What it looks like.
I didn't know what to expect.
A toasted bun gets covered in house-made ranch
Oh man, that looks amazing. You can see the dill in that.
with some Texas in July sauce.
I'm assuming prison food's kind of bland.
Yeah. Spice it up.
Well, time to go serve our sentence.
All righty.
We're gonna start with the Old Sparky. Look at that. Almost like a buffalo chicken sandwich, but with a fried burger patty.
One bite, and you'll need an alibi for all that sauce that ends up on your face.
Emergency napkin needed. Well, it's definitely saucy.
Nice and juicy, plenty of flavor.
Deep frying that burger definitely adds a little bit of crunchiness.
I've been in all the parts of the state of Texas and stuffed fried burgers, and this is one I enjoy tremendously.
Boy, that sauce is something really punishes your taste buds.
Fun fact of the day, these burgers are often requested as an inmate's last meal.
It's a little sobering to think about that, the reality of that. Yeah. Good choice.
Typically, we don't know if it is a last meal. They won't tell us that. So oftentimes they'll send somebody to come over and get it. So we don't usually hear about it until after the fact.
I'm sure you prefer giving guys their first taste of freedom rather
I'd
than their
much
last
rather
meal.
that than give them their final. Yes.
Yeah.
I'd want this for my last meal probably. So. Not that I want to go over there.
Whether it's your first taste of freedom or your last stop on your bucket list, Mr. Hamburger in Huntsville is well worth a stop on the Texas bucket list.
Nobody can replicate Mr. Hamburger's history. It's so unique because of this town, because of the location. I mean, it may appear as a fast food joint, but it's so much more than just fast food. We're just glad to be another one of the great local places here in Huntsville.